This is a big week for earnings. I keep saying that this is the biggest week for earnings. Not really. That's still to come in terms of sheer numbers. But we get a lot of the big cap names that you all follow and own. So that's why this week seems so important in earnings season. And it is, because there's a lot going on. So I took a look at the charts and pulled out 5 names that everybody's going to be watching this week. Some of them you've seen before in prior videos, but I brought them back because it's worth checking in again to see what they look like once again. Most of these are the top charts, but there's one that isn't so top, but nobody seems to care. So let's take a look at what's going on this week with some of the best companies. First one leading out the gate is actually one you might not be thinking about, eBay. And I bring this not necessarily because the shares are surging, which as you can see, they were actually on the decline in 2018, but because of that earnings track record. That big slide there in 2015 was actually the spinoff of PayPal. But after that, they haven't missed in this whole entire time period. So they're very consistent on the beat and the miss. Some of these might be meets as well, but no actual misses. The thing with eBay, though, is some activist investors are now going in there and trying to turn around management a bit and take the company in slightly different direction to get more of the higher growth, to get this name and this company back on the radar of everybody on Wall Street. So that's something to watch with this one, but you have to like their track record here. And then the second company is one that I have talked about before when I've done the FANG videos, Apple, which despite the sell-off in 2018 with this one, still has one of the best earnings track records of all the FANGs. It has just that one miss there in 2016, so it's very consistent. Now this quarter, of course, they actually warned several weeks before the earnings report. So usually when that happens, the analysts come down quite a bit on what the estimate is, and then the company ends up beating anyways. So it's kind of a finagling of the beat in this quarter, but the beat and the miss isn't really the issue with Apple this quarter. It's really going to be with what else is going on that people are going to want to be asking about on the conference call, because we know China was weak. Has it improved since the warning a couple of weeks ago? And what does the outlook look like? So that all these questions are going to be out there with Apple. So that's why it's vital to check in on it this quarter. And then we're going to switch over to Microsoft. And I'm always wondering if Microsoft still owns its big share. It's a big investment in Apple, actually, from back in the day. Most people don't remember that, but when Apple was nearly going bankrupt, Microsoft did step in with a big cash infusion. But either way, their business is also doing quite well. They haven't had quite the pullback here in 2018 that a lot of the other tech names have had. It was real minor there, but they had this great track record going all the way back to 2016 with just that one miss, and they've only had 2 in the last 5. So this has also become more prominent here on the tech scene, and I think a lot of people are going to be watching this one to see if we can get another breakout in these shares. Then I'm going to show you the one that people don't really care if it misses or beats, but as you can see, it's been a tough going the last couple of years. You had that big gain starting in the end of 2016, and then it's just been these big swings back and forth. Does the earnings meet or beat or miss? Does any of that matter with Tesla? Probably not. A lot of it has to do with production and all these other issues that they have going on. So this is one a lot of people are going to be tuning into just to kind of see what Musk has to say. But as you can see, the chart isn't super favorable. And then we're going to wrap it up with one of the best charts on the street, the chart that I love, and I've had it on other videos on the earnings perfection. Not only has it not missed on this chart, but going back to its IPO, it has never missed. It's either met or beat all this time. And you can see there was seemingly a buying opportunity at the end of 2018. It has bounced off those lows. Will this earnings report send it back up to new highs? This is one that I tune in every quarter. It's just been super consistent, and I know many of you love it. So this is the one. This is the man. As you can see, 4 out of the 5 are tremendous, and the 5th one not so much, but everyone will be tuning in on Tesla this week as well, so that's why I included them here. But as always, you have to be mindful of what their track record is, what they've done on the earnings miss and beat. And remember, just because you've beat all these quarters in a row, like Visa has, doesn't mean you always will. Yes, they have a very impressive track record going, but there is always that chance that it's finally going to come to an end, because with most companies, it eventually does. So we will see going in this earnings season, and I'll be back all week with some more earnings charts because, as I said, this is a busy week. You don't want to miss any, so go to Zacks.com or check out our YouTube channel, but you will see all our videos in either place, and I'll see you again next time.